Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do the summary of the chapter Indigo by Louis Fisher for class 10. Here we deal with the core idea of the chapter or the summary of the chapter. Rajkumar Shukla, the resolute peasant. Gandhiji had gone to December 1916 annual convention of the Indian National Congress Party in Lucknow. A poor and emaciated peasant, Rajkumar Shukla, approached Gandhi there. He was one of the poor sharecroppers of Champaran. Shukla wanted Gandhi to visit his district and look at the condition of the peasants there. He had come to the Congress session to complain about the injustices of the landlord system in Bihar. Arable land in Champaran was divided into states and owned by Britishers. Landlords forced peasants to cultivate indigo on 15% of the land and took that as rent. So the land was owned by the Britishers, but the farmers they had to cultivate crops, and 15% of that crop was indigo, and the whole amount was to be handed over to the Britishers. This was a big loss for the Indian farmers. Gandhi arrived at Champaran. Gandhi went to Muzaffarpur first and tried to understand the problem. Spoke to the lawyers who charged a hefty fee to fight cases. Gandhi concluded that the peasants were so crushed and fear-stricken that going to law court was also useless. The real relief for them was to be free from fear. So Gandhiji, he first went to Muzaffarpur and he tried to understand what was the real problem. He spoke to the lawyers there and he came to know that these lawyers charged a hefty fee from the peasants. But it was useless. Fighting cases in the court, going to the court was useless because these peasants were so crushed and fear-stricken that the result was null. And he decided that it is important to understand that the real relief for these peasants was first and foremost to be free from fear. At Champaran, Gandhi sought information. So he went to Champaran and there he took information first from the secretary of the British Landlord Association and then from the British official commissioner at Tirhut. So Gandhiji himself wanted to get the first-hand idea and of both the parties, of the peasants as well as the Britishers. So he tried to get some idea from the secretary of the British landlord and then from the British official commissioner of Tirhut. The commissioner bullied him and advised him to leave Tirhut. And the commissioner told Gandhiji that as he was an outsider, he would not get any information from them. And he was bullied and asked to leave Tirhut. However, Gandhi continued his own investigation and Gandhiji collected as many proof, as many problems that he could find of the peasants. He collected all that and continued his own investigation. Gandhi was given an official notice to leave Champaran, which he signed, but he disobeyed. So this was the first civil disobedience. This was the first disobedience that Gandhiji started with, and he disobeyed to leave Champaran. Spontaneous demonstrations of the people. Gandhi was summoned to court. People in thousands held demonstrations showing fearlessness. This was the first time that the commoners, the peasants, they got together and they demonstrated outside the court, not showing any fear. Gandhi felt this was the beginning of the liberation from the fear of British. And Gandhiji, when he saw the unity, when he saw that there was no fear in the farmers because of unity, he knew that this is the beginning of the liberation. Gandhi pleaded guilty, said he wanted to render humanitarian and national service and be the voice of the conscience. So Gandhiji, he pleaded guilty that he was wrong by not following the orders, but he said that he heard the voice of his conscience and he wanted to do a humanitarian act, a national service, by staying and sorting out this problem of the peasants. That is why he decided to disobey the law. Gandhiji investigations and commission of inquiry. Gandhi Gandhiji continued with inquiries and people protested vehemently against the land law. So Gandhiji continued his inquiries and the people, that means the peasants, they protested vehemently against the landlords. Gandhi was summoned before Sir Edward Gate, the Lieutenant Governor. Before going, Gandhi made detailed plans for civil disobedience if he is arrested. So Gandhiji was summoned by the Lieutenant Governor, and before going he knew Gandhiji would be arrested, could be arrested. So he made detailed plans that if he is in the jail, if he is arrested, the movement should not stop. There should be the other people who will stay back, who will stay out of the jail. Those who were out of the jail or those who were other influential people, they should help to carry on this. Lieutenant General appointed an official commission of inquiry, and Lieutenant General appointed an official commission of inquiry. Commission included landlords, government officials, and Gandhi. And this commission included landlords, who were the Britishers, government officials who were against the English or the Britishers, and Gandhiji to represent the peasants. Legal victory. Official inquiry saw a mountain of evidence against the landlords. Now, when this was carried on, Gandhiji had collected lot of evidence, and he showed the evidence against the landlords. Landlords agreed to refund the peasants, and the landlords, they agreed that they are going to refund the land or the money back to the peasants. Initially asked for 50% but agreed to 25%. Initially Gandhiji thought that he would get 50% of the land, but at this time he realized that the money is not important. But what was important, that the Britishers or the landlords, they had consented to give back the land, to give back the money. This was kind of a moral victory for Gandhiji. Gandhiji said the amount was not important. What was important? This victory was important to show that the peasants, if they are together, they can achieve a lot, and to show that the Britishers were defeated and that they were ready to give out the money. The British had surrendered their share as well as their prestige. It was a fight of a moustache, it was a fight of the prestige, and this brought down the prestige of the Britishers. Peasants now knew they had rights and defenders. The peasants, now they knew that they have people who will fight for them, they were defenders, and they also came to know that what is their right. Few years later, British planters abandoned their states. And few years later, British planters abandoned their states. Why? Because they also realized that indigo was now chemically made and artificially made it was, and now natural indigo was not important. So they could not hold on to the land, and they returned the land to the real owners. Addressing cultural and social backwardness. Now, this war won, Gandhiji did not stop here. Gandhiji's it was not just a political fight or a political victory. Gandhiji wanted to bring about a social awareness also. So he addressed the cultural and the social backwardness. He came to know that how poverty-stricken these places, the people were suffering, and he wanted to make a change in their life too. So Gandhiji appealed to the teachers to come to Champaran. He appealed to the teachers from the other places of Bihar and the other places to come to Champaran. Primary schools were opened in 6 villages. A doctor volunteered to stay here for 6 months and look after the suffering people here. Kasturba Bai, the wife of Gandhiji, helped women with their hygiene. So Gandhiji intertwined. It was twined, it was put together, the social and the political. It was not just a social, political emancipation, freedom, or it was not just an awakening of politically, but also he wanted to see that there is a social change, because the social change has a deeper impact on the life of the people. And if the people are healthy, if the people are feeling good, they can fight for their rights, they can fight for their other things. So he addressed the social and the cultural problem of that area, of people of that area. Champaran, a turning point for Gandhi. Now this Champaran became a turning point from Gandhi. Gandhi felt that what he did in Champaran was ordinary but very important. It was not a very big fight, it was not a very big, but it was a very important beginning to show that unity does have strength and we need not fear the Britishers. He had proved that the British can't order him in his own country, and thus this was a turning point for him. It began as a desire to help the poor peasants. Politics was connected to practical day-to-day problems faced by. So politics for all politics of Gandhiji was not just politics alone. It was intertwined with the problems faced by the millions, the social problems. Gandhi's loyalty was towards his own people. Gandhi molded a free, reliant India. And Gandhiji showed that his loyalty is towards his own people, and he wanted a self-reliant India who, without the help of anyone else, outsiders or anyone else, can stand for her, speak for herself. Did not allow Charles Ferrer Andrews to help in Champaran. Now Charles Andrews was priest and who was for the Indians. He used to speak for the Indians, and the other lawyers and everyone wanted to take the help of this Englishman who could help the Indians to voice their problem or to take their ideas or the thoughts or their what they wanted to the Britishers. But Gandhiji said that no, we do not want the help of any outsider. It is our war, it is our battle, it is our fight, and only the Indians, on being self-reliant, they are going to achieve this. Wanted Indians to rely on themselves to fight a battle, just battle. Self-reliance, Indian independence, and help to sharecroppers were all achieved together. So in this battle, in this struggle of Champaran, he taught self-reliance, he taught about Indian independence, and also the help to sharecroppers was also given, and this was all done together. Gandhiji in this way taught them a lesson in self-reliance, Indian independence, and help to the sharecroppers were all bound together. Now I end here, and I hope that in very short I have tried to put the important points here, and this will help you to understand the chapter. Thank you very much.